Hello everyone, and we're back with we're gonna go into map 2 now. So we've had a very long map 1 and hopefully going into it very soon. Second map will be Anubis. So we are gonna see the two, I would the two kind of how do you call it? Not the two most played maps, but the two newest edition maps, Anubis and Ancient. And we already see QUB with a advantage, but now taking out Frenty with that headshot potential, taking out one, and now the second one, Sundis trying to hide his head. Frenty 2 HP left, Skiwox 100 HP, and now the noise is heard. Frenty knows he was jumping up here. He makes his way around. The time is ticking down. There's no defuse kit. That will be the first round to the side of UL, and Frenty just gonna take him out as well.
4 kills in the pistol. What he does best.
Yep, and I think it's what we've seen so far in all these games. So I'm sure we're going to see it more and more once again. And we'll see if, this pistol will give UL that boost that they need to go forward, to get, ahead of QUB and keep that lead so that they're not stuck in that position of overtime and almost losing once again.
They've gone for the Astralis stack here inside the mid doors. 2 men on top of 2 men. They let the bomb go down. Team 2K, he was about to be surprised. Sundis, he got distracted.
Yeah, and now they're just sitting here, they're waiting for this player. Gillet in hand. Does CM2K expect this? I feel like he's expecting something. He's not even walking through these doors, and it will be Bingus here to come out as well, and the kills go both ways, and now it's a 3 versus 3. The Galil not able to take out Rem Droopy, but Bakuna with the double USB headshot. This eco has worked so well in the favor of QUB. They get 4 kills with USPs, and now their economy is looking good. They have enough money to buy up and fight against these AKs.
Yeah, and UL bought into some AKs in that round there. So they're a little bit tight on money. CM2K having to settle for Galil. As does names, they're hard, Rem.
Yeah, and now they're, once again trying to take a bit of space. It looks like the spread of that CT side, you have 2 players fighting in mid here. You have that support for your teammate, and they do opt for only that 1 player with the MP9 in A, but quick rotates are possible on this map, at least for the CTs, and the fight comes in. That dude taking out Bingus. Washamga, dealing a little bit of team damage, and now they take out that 1 extra player, and it will be once again QUB on that man advantage. That CT side is working well for them so far, but they need to get these rounds on the board. But Rem is unstoppable right now, takes out Bakuna and Droopy. The headshots from Rem today are very good, and he's so mechanical. CM2K with another one, and what looked like a round that should go the side of the side of QUB will just be, completely shut down by these Galils in the hands of Rem and CM2K.
Yeah, it's just skill issue. they got completely owned. There's no questions about it.
Yeah, and QUB once again forced into that eco, with UL really building up an economy. Rem with 7,000 in their bank, and now it feels like UL are getting that speed boost they need to fight these rounds, and those kills coming in the pistol, not enough to take them out.
Yeah, and they've given up the site here except for Droopy. Droopy's fighting to the death, but it's just Skiwalks left. They don't know he's here.
Yeah, he might be able to convert for one. He does. Five.
Oh, nearly cancelled the plant too.
Yeah, that 5-7 as well. If he gets that second kill, it's very good for the side of UL. Those pistol kills. But look, it brings them up to around 6,000 per player. So now they're able to get it that up with armor as well. So no glass cannon this round. Those M4s full utility, and now they have a fighting chance. It feels like we've seen this last game where one of these teams goes straight ahead, winning the pistol, going the next 4 rounds up, but now it's just going to be the trades, and Rem is good for one, but traded out by Skiwalks, takes him out to trade out Sundis, and now that MP9 somehow working on that T side as well, the close up and the MP9 to take out the op. And now 3 versus 2, QUB are not looking good in this round once again. It looks like UL have them in the palm of their hand and are just taking the space they need. It doesn't matter what gun they're running in with. Bingus makes it work, still 50 HP to his name, MP9 in hand, and he doesn't even switch it out.
Yeah, that I think that this all comes down really to that last map was a sort of a mental hit to QUB more so than anything else. They fought so hard to stay in it, and then just it all fell apart at the end. And UL are just continuing that form into this second map.
Yeah, and look, we might see a repeat of the last map as well, where they got 5 ahead, and then QEB decided that it's their turn, so they kicked back once again, and we saw that draw. But from, as you said, from that previous map, QEB, I'm sure they've had a kick. That mental block might now be there, that if they lose too many rounds here, if UL get 2 ahead of them, they will be kicked. They will be taken out of these playoffs, and that spot for them in that LAN final will be taken as well.
Yeah, just look at this confidence. Bingus just walking into the site. Ski walks out of the game. Sundus manages to trade it back, dancing around this pillar, but there's players coming in from behind him.
Yeah, now Bingus is just set up in this position, but he will be taken out by Droopy, and Droopy good for 2. Ram as well, trying to trade out his teammate. And now they're just watching Sundis set up for this peak. He spots the player, but Washamga is good for the headshot, and Droopy once again there to trade out another one of his teammates. And now it's just CM2K with this op. He spots the gun. He knows where Droopy is. He has that nade, but Droopy peeks. CM2K, unneeded headshot, but still gets it. And now 2 versus 1. He has an op in hand, so it's not very good for him if they both rush him at the same time. But bomb is dropped as well. Are they aware of this? And they are, and that dude will just peek out, see CM2K looking the wrong way, and spray him down.
I think I've seen this movie before.
Yep. Really feels like a repeat. We've seen 5 rounds, and then QUB come back with 6. So, UL do have to hold them back, and they do have to, be able to execute these rounds well enough to surprise QUB with their plays, because I feel like QUB in that last map with that overtime, they've seen most of the way UL play this, and they could transfer it to this map. But still saying that Sundis is the first man to fall.
Yeah, this A hit is looking very concentrated. They seem to be ready for it. Droopy catches Prenti coming in. Datu gets his first.
Second
and
and
2 and 3
well.
for Datu's.
And now 2 versus 1. He hears the steps. He knows where he is. He walks and sprays. It doesn't work out for him. And now Bingus, one hit, and that will be Skiwalks to take him out. So now, very close rounds We don't see, 4 players left standing. It's down to this 1v1 every time now, and who has more HP or who will get the initial headshot first.
Yeah, I think I've seen this movie before.
Yeah, QB have the money advantage. UL have to stick to these 2 Tech 9s that Mac 10 and those 2 AKs, but those 2 AKs will have to do most of the work unless you run in with a Tech 9 up close and just take them out, and that's what Bingus will do. Will trade out his teammate down to a 4 versus 4, and we've already seen Bingus with an MP9 in hand, but Droopy, the man of the last round, now taking out 2 more players with that M4 spray.
Yeah, I think he knows that Rem is here, holding this angle. They're dancing.
Yeah, and now the info comes in.
He's going to get swarmed very quickly here. If he wants to have a chance in this round, he needs to get the first kill very quickly.
Spotted, and he won't. Yeah, no chance at all. Skiwox does a jump spot, instant headshot once he peeks behind that big pillar. And that will be the 3rd round for QUB, and it looks like they're thinning down that money on the side of UL. And once again, we see last round was a bit of a force. This round, we're going to see an eco from UL.
Skiwalk's doing a little bit of team damage there with the knife.
A friendly tap, you might say.
Yeah, it's a love tap. Sundis doesn't care, he's still getting kills left, right, and no, just left.
Yeah, but Skiwox and Bakuna, Skiwox with another one, and now 3 versus 1, Bakuna there to answer again. Skiwox and Bakuna just holding down that site, getting a two-piece each, and bringing QUB once again with only a 1-round disadvantage, So we've seen this before, and they've once again brought it back. And it's been the same rounds with the same teams. I feel like we're repeating the same round structure, but just a different map.
I feel like you could just play back our commentary from the last map and just it would work just as well.
Maybe not the positions, but similarly, a little bit possibly, yes. But no, it looks like UL are trying to do something a little bit different. They're trying to walk up slow. They've already tried to push in. It wasn't working for them. Now they've left the bomb in T-spawn is the first thing, and they're already through mid, which could be a problem for them. But it doesn't matter. Skiwox is there. He doesn't care about the bomb. Sundis as well, taking out another player. Bomb picked up now by CM2K, and they have to fight a 3 versus 5, which, for T side is not too bad if you have those AKs, which they do, but they do need to hit that initial headshot before they get swarmed by, these players double peeking.
And their wildcard here, Frenty, he's half HP coming in through mid. They know, Bakuna knows that he is here. That dude is holding the crossfire.
Yeah, he expects it, but the mag is very low on bullets, and now Frenty will distract that player. CM2K and Washamga are able to take the site straight away. The distraction from Frenty really paying off right there. And now bomb is planted very quickly. CM2K with another fight coming in, spraying Bakuna down. Util will go down, and it looks like Frenty, that wild card that you said, really bringing this round almost to a close. Sundis, the only man left standing. The fuse kit in hand, full HP, but still smoke is a problem. He has 2 flashes which he can work with, but there's 2 players here waiting to check him, and he gets 2, he gets 3, but there's no time.
What is this game?
Sundis just absolutely spraying them down. All he needs is 1 mag and still 4 bullets left, and they have no chance. I'm speechless, really. If only that smoke went down earlier. He has so much time to work with, and he gets to go for that defuse.
This is the best of the best that Ireland has to offer. And they are getting exit frags on a sight of Anubis.
Yeah, and it's the eggs. It's not one frag; it's the full team.
3. He gets 3 exit frags. He should not have gotten 1.
No, but there's 3 players watching him. I understand if it's, he takes 1v1 fights, but still 3 players looking straight at him, and he just sprays all 3 of them, and
It
does
was
not
beautiful.
yeah, and does not take enough damage to get taken out. But Rem will be there to finally take him out of this round at least. Bakuna with that op as well, taking out another one, and it's a 4 versus 3 now. Yuta will go down. Giwox is there to watch that site, but not enough. Ferenti will take him out of this round, is not going to let any of his teammates fall. And now down to a 3 versus 2. It looks like QUB should be able to get this retake and take, at least get this round close, and they take out the first one. And the second as well.
Yeah, just back to 1 round deficit once again. This is, I'm honestly still in shock from that 3K.
Yeah, no, honestly speechless. And if QUB win this next round, it's once again going to be a draw in the first half, and it will feel like we're repeating something.
It is a different. We are joking, but it does feel very different. The scores may be the same, the players may be the same, but there's a different energy about this map, and I think it's a case now of map 1 was all about the mechanics, all about the skill. This is where the endurance comes in, and can these players, can they make it through 60 rounds of Counter-Strike?
Yeah, and even with these players, it doesn't feel like the weapon they have matters, because they run in with a Mag 10 and
a blood
they
bust.
just and against an AWP or an M4, and it's just a spray down, and the M4 is not able to do anything against them.
The great equalizer.
Yeah, and now
Counter-Strike 2.
Sundis coming out. His teammate gets taken out, but he's there, and he just looks down at the bomb, and TM2K is there to, use that timing, and before Sundis is able to tap that bomb, just take him out and get themselves a 2-round, a 2-round lead for the second half.
Yeah, definitely. There's our first change. It's 7-5 half, but definitely could have been more. There was some real heroic rounds there from both teams, but overall, if you look at the sort of kill spread, UL are playing a lot better in this second map than both they were in the first map and how QUB were in the first map. So if they go on as it is, they're my certain pick this time.
Yeah, and
for the winners of this map.
I feel like Ferenti has taken a little bit of a break from the last map, as we saw. What was it, 29, 30, around? Yeah, top frag, around 30 kills, way ahead of any of his other teammates. But it feels like he's taken a little bit of a break and let his teammates do a little bit of damage themselves. And now they're running in. We've seen what both these teams can do on pistol, and UL usually coming out on top, but it's QUB now that push in with these Glocks. They take out these players, and now CM2K has to fight this close range battle with that USP.
Yeah, this is real. This could go either way and could decide the round 2. CM2K just a little bit too slow there on his reaction. Skiwox. Left-eyed peek, right-eyed peek. All that jazz. And
We'll just
they
get
clean it
taken
up easy.
Yeah, and now once again only a 1-round deficit. And now what UL have to do is, they have to take this eco. They have to bring these USPs in, hopefully get a good, guess or a gamble where to throw these nades to get a bit of damage done, or even take out a few of these players with that double nade. But if they don't get anything done here, we're going to see a 7-7 once again, and it's just a shooting range for QUB. They rush in these Mac 10s. They're just going to spray down these players.
It's a massacre. It's money farming. It's Counter-Strike 2 money method 2024 unpatched. It's
Yeah, not even losing a single player right there.
you're
So
truly thrown into the meat grinder.
yeah, and at least, you know, now UL have that money. They have the money to buy up those M4s. I feel like CM2K will be trying to go for that op, at least save, I thought, but no, it's the MP9 with that full utility belt. And now, you know, this is the clash that they need. This is where UL need to come out on top to keep them in this CT side. Because as we know, the volatility of that CT money is really problematic once you come in to the second half, and you know that you might be losing here. But Frenty, through that smoke, taking out Sundis, and they know Droopy is here in mid, and they're expecting probably a second player as well, but they're just leaving it free.
Yeah, they're giving them the space here. They know they want to push into A, and maybe they give them a little bit too space. Frenty's going down.
Yes, Skiwalks with the one tap, and now 2v2. They're gonna fake that A plant, but those steps will probably be heard by CM2K. And Bingus will give that info that there's nobody on A, that they're gone, and they're going on to B. But CM2K is already here. He's gonna set up on site before they're able to get anything done. And, you know, he's hoping to stop them in their tracks. They do have only 30 seconds left. They have to go all the way through CT. They have to get by CM2K and plant the bomb just in time. And the timing's on his side, but gets spotted. That leg peeking out gets spotted, and he gets the first kill. Droopy is out. The bomb is dropped.
That's the bomb.
18 seconds. He has time to plant.
And he gets
He just saw the foot.
He sees the elbow.
And that will be... Yeah, that will be UL to take this round.
Oh, he's doing
bit
some
of a
sort of
teabag.
maneuver here.
The pro skater move, you know, he's trying to...
He's trying to do a kickflip.
Yeah, kickflip the AK right there, or the M4. But once again, we see only a 1-round deficit, and it feels like that's all these players are, you know, are giving each other. Really, they're giving the space, and they're just, you know, the timing is not on their side. That one player turns around just the wrong way and is not able to spot the player in CT and gets taken out, bomb gets defused. So, you know, really timing and the 50-50 chance of checking where this other player might have came from really comes into play.
Yep.
And okay, CM2K. Okay, he saw the first player, but the second one was just a fluke, I believe.
No such thing as a fluke when it comes to CM2K.
It's all planned out.
Different level to us mere mortals.
He has X-ray on. But no, we see a 5
We have
versus
X-ray
3
on, and
now.
I still don't know what's going on.
Yeah, no, not me neither. We see a 5 versus 2, but Bingus makes it a 4 versus 2 now, and Skiwalks as well. But that dude trading in one more kill to their name, and Rem is there to avenge his teammate. 3 versus 1 now. It's all down to that dude, but he's not able to spray down these two players, and we see UL run ahead with 1 round.
Yeah, this is what, the second time now that they've had more than 1 round. Third time. My apologies. But maybe this is the time where they run away with it. We're getting close to the end of the half here once again. 8 rounds to go. That's not close to the end of the half.
Yeah, and look, they're running ahead by 2 rounds, and the T's are on an eco, so UL have the advantage here. But
advantages
Shamga
don't
is
matter.
Yeah, he's caught with a smoke in his hand. There's nothing he can do. He just gets sprayed down by that Tech 9. The AK isn't even taken out. But Rem is there. Sondis with the Tech 9 against an M4. And Frenti, MP9, they know where Sondis is. They're gonna molly him out. The molly missed. Another molly from Sondis coming in. The spray coming in, but the defuse will be there. The 5-second defuse, not able to challenge it. And that will be now three rounds ahead and double digits for UL.
Yeah, that's a huge round to win just for the morale of the team. Probably felt that it was slipping away from them a little bit there towards the end of the first half, but they're just back in control once again.
Yeah, no, that being an eco for QUB, if they lose that, that is a very, very bad sign for UL. And now QUB are on full money. They have that op in the hands of Bakuna, so they might be able to claw back a few rounds here. From what we're seeing right now, Bingus trying to push out of A main, but Skiwox catches him out, and it looks like they've damaged up the players of QUB a little bit, but it doesn't matter. Sondis Droopy taking those players out. 5 versus 1 now. That dude as well with another one, and it looks like this round will be going towards QUB.
Who made this bracket? This is an incredible game. Like, this game is so difficult to cast because it's so enjoyable to watch. This is just, it's peak Counter-Strike. What more could you ask for?
I know exactly, and look, they're playing it very mechanically. You know, this save coming in as well, not having enough money really to play around with, and the chase now coming in from the side of QB. They're checking every corner. They don't want to lose any money either. They want to take out that last player and not lose their guns, because if they do, that will be another kick to that economy for them. So now 10-8, you know, QB getting round by round and almost right there. Frenti almost getting caught out. Just 1 second more and QB are able to, you know, get that one tap in as he's looking the wrong way.
Yeah, just the finest of margins. Every micro interaction here is just a 50-50 every single time.
Yeah, and it's basically whoever takes the first kill, and then how the kills waterfall in, if it's your teammates that are there to help you or if it's not. Bakuna, first kill. Sondis pushing in, pushed out by that molly, pushes in, gets a kill. Frenti as well, taking out that dude in a main, and now once again it is an advantage for QB by one man, but this can change in seconds, in milliseconds even.
They've spotted the 2 men going over towards A, though. Looks like they're just going to leave Sondis to his own devices, and he's going to get a kill because of it. Now he falls back through the water. And that's caused enough of a distraction that Roshamga is going to be late rotating in.
The timing is not on Frenti's side. Skiwox, they just miss each other in that smoke. Skiwox walks out of that smoke and just turns around, shoots Frenti with him not even looking at him. So QB, you know, showing 2 great rounds from them. Although that was almost an eco for the side of UL, and now they're up against a decision. Do they eco this or do they buy up once again and hope for something, you know, because you're not going to have an op with this money. You're not going to have much ready to play for the next round if you lose it, and if you just throw yourself in, there won't be much to do for the next one. And it looks like they will just save up. They'll have that one hero MP9. As we've seen, it can do so much for you in really any round.
What I'm excited about in this round is the 2 5.7s. They've been racking up the stat track kills on them.
Yeah, and look, we've seen what both these teams do on pistol rounds or on eco rounds, and it can go anyway. It doesn't matter what guns you have, what utility you have. You can go up against 257s and a deagle, and 4 players are already dead.
Exactly. It's just this overwhelming firepower, and it's gonna be a mid rush.
And
And he
Bakun
gets
had
2 tags to the back.
yeah, but 2 shots missed, and now Droopy, Sondis, and that dude, just a shooting gallery for them. The
Keep it
the
clean.
pre-fire coming in, but Bingus not able to do anything, and once again we see a, an even round score.
Yeah, we're back at 10-10 once again. Could be going towards another overtime.
Yeah, but look, it looks like QB have the advantage of their economy. UL are having problems right now. They bought up, they forced up this round, but once again, if they lose this, they have nothing. They have nothing to work on, but QB are set for the next 3, even 4 rounds.
Look at
Sondis with
Sundis
11,000.
running in.
Yeah, but he will get
He
punished for
doesn't
it.
do anything, but he ran in.
And I feel like this is what it comes down to, that one player throwing instead of, setting up properly. The player running in, they're not hitting the shots, at least in that round itself. And, it falls down to where now UL can play it safe. They're on that man advantage. They can just play around. They can try and get another pick here. And that's what they're doing right now.
I can tell you one thing. UL don't play safe for long. They make a rotate towards the A site where there's only one T player. 4 CT players on the A site and 1 T player.
Yeah, now...
cascading into B, and there's only 1 man there to defend it.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Washamga will be there, and Rem as well, and Frenty. That's what I mean. You don't need 4 players on site when you're just gonna push in and retake them without them even realizing what is happening. I think UL have had the right call, and I was gonna say you're calling them out on this rotate, but it worked in their favor so much. Instead of having 2 players, getting pushed in by another 4, and you surely losing the fight, they only leave 1. So 1 dies, and they just retake the site.
It shouldn't work, but it does.
This is Counter-Strike, the highest level. Maybe not the highest, but the highest in Ireland.
I genuinely believe that these players are just so much better than me that I don't understand.
Yep, it's like when you play against Silvers. They make plays that work, and you're there sitting confused because you don't know what is happening. And once again, we're seeing a very slow play from both these sides. They don't want to lose out on these rounds. And we'll see Bakuna in a second peeking out that up. And Washamga just not spotting him at all. Too focused on that connector player. And Sondis with another one. Sondis with a second 5 versus 2 now. And it looks like QEB once again will just tie up the score.
Yeah, it's going to be 11-11 here. Who's going to take the map point? Money for QUB looking pretty good right now. Loss bonus isn't there for UL.
And UL, they're looking at a problem here now. They're going to have to go for pistols. Because if they don't, for the last round, they won't have anything to play with. So here, 11-11, QUB are looking like the the better team in an economy sense. But if UL play their cards right, they might not have to go to a map 3. They might go to an overtime, and they just might win this in a 2-0.
Yeah, that's the. I don't see how this game could go. To be honest with you, there's obviously UL have insane firepower, and QUB really aren't matching that on a individual level. Anyway, Sundus is obviously having a great map, but I think that we're just going to have to see the tactics that they come up with. But we're going to have to wait a little bit before we see those tactics because we're going to have to jump to a short break here.